Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be this super soft, super glammy event makeup tutorial. This is for the people that have events to go to or like your wedding and stuff. This is the simple but glam makeup tutorial to where it's really minimal makeup. Not minimal makeup, but that's what it seems like. You're just really soft on the face and on the eyes, and it gives this really luminous, soft, pretty look. Yeah, this was actually like a requested video to do like a wedding makeup tutorial, but super simple for the girls that don't usually wear makeup and they just want something a little bit done to them. So this is what I came up with. But since I am really young and I have a lot of really young viewers, I have a lot of really young viewers, I wanted to combine it with like event makeup because it is kind of the same thing. If you really want a simple kind of look, like a lot of my clients really ask for this, like something super simple. So yeah, that is what we're doing today. So let's just get right into it. I'm taking this aloe vera moisturizing gel first. Make sure your face is nice and clean before. So I'm just spreading this all over to get that all into my skin. Especially if you have dry skin like I do, this is essential. And then I'm going to take my Mario Badescu facial spray. Before you apply something on top of it or like another product, make sure it dries down first. And then I'm going to take my Too Faced Hangover Primer. So I'm just going to take that like around my pore area. If you have like problem areas to where you see it like breaking up, my chin area is really bad, like this little line where your lip sits. I have a really bad like tendency, or like my skin has a tendency to play me, so it breaks up around there. So I'm gonna make sure to get that around. And I'm gonna go ahead and put foundation on first, because if I'm doing a client, that is what I prefer to do first, because I don't want to mess up eyebrows. So I'm going to be mixing in my Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector into my Makeup Forever Ultra HD foundation. I picked this foundation. One, it's my favorite, but why it's my favorite is because it's really luminous and healthy looking, and if you put on a light layer, that's what it looks like, you know, like it looks really natural looking. And I feel like on an event day or your wedding or something, you don't want to look too cakey, or like you want to look more naturally beautiful, and that's what most people want. So I'm going to do that, but I'm going to be mixing in the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector, because to give it that extra radiance within, that extra glow. And if you have perfect skin, like for some reason you don't look like you got pores and you have no discoloration and stuff, like if you're just naturally blessed with perfect skin, you could totally go lighter foundation or just powder foundation or something. We're not all that lucky. And this is what it looks like with just one layer down, a really thin layer. And you could leave it like this if you are satisfied with that, or if you look and you see your makeup artist is gonna apply more, just like stop them, be like, hey, this is good, but this is not good for me. So this is what the foundation looks like. I just added a little bit more around my problem areas, like my redness, my scars and stuff. But as you can see, it's very natural looking kind of foundation. It's not super cakey. It's very radiant. I love it. That's my favorite foundation. If you're looking for a type of foundation like that, I actually have a foundations video that I just uploaded. I'll put it right here on the little eye if you want to go check out that to see what works better for you, because it's all based on skin types. I have pretty dry skin, so that works for me. If you have oily skin, I don't know if that would really work for you, but I do mention different types of products that you might be interested in, so you could go ahead and check that out. Next are eyebrows, and I'm going to be taking my Anastasia Brow Wiz. This is just a little stencil. In my opinion, your eyebrows should still be making a statement and still look really clean and nice, because eyebrows shape your face. Like, I don't know. That's just me. If you want a natural looking eyebrow, you should still have it shaped really nice and just, but lightly fill that in. And so that's what I'm going to do. Obviously, there's no way I could just have a subtle eyebrow unless I don't put eyebrow product on, but don't be ridiculous. So I'm just going to be using a really light hand to fill that in. The key to soft looking eyebrows, or just doing your eyebrows in general, is making sure to blend that out with the brush. Because once you blend it out, it doesn't look so drawn out and it just looks fuller and nicer. So I'm just going to do the rest with the top, just light hand feathering that out and blending it out. And this is where we're at right now. I just filled in all of the sparseness. My eyebrows are exactly this thick. Like, I don't go over them, I don't do any of that. If you have really extremely sparse eyebrows, you're best off either using one of these or a dip brow, because with these you could draw on the hairs, and with the dip brow you can as well with a certain type of brush, and that'll help you out a lot, and you would have to draw on extra eyebrow. But for me, since I already have thick eyebrows, they're just really sparse on the top. Like, I have hair here, it's just sparse and very light, and so I just go ahead and fill that in to where this is my natural shape. It looks more natural, it's just really full. Important trick to eyebrows is cleaning them up. That will make your eyebrows go from a 9 to 10. And I'm also going to set my eyelids with it, because setting your eyelids are so important. You don't want patchy eyeshadow, you don't want oils to come out and mess everything up. And then you just bring it down so that blends out. And then blending that into the rest of my eyelid with my beauty blender. And then just taking some translucent powder and pushing that into my eyelid to set that. If you have really oily eyelids, the best thing to do would to be bake instead of just pressing it in like I am. But since I have drier skin, I just press that in, make sure it presses in all the product to keep that in place. And really brightening up those under eyes. Now, the amount of concealer I usually put on clients differs, and like from myself as well. If you have really dark under eyes, you're probably going to use more concealer than other people. Or if you have really bright under eyes, you may not even need concealer. And if you have breakouts or pimples and stuff, you definitely want to conceal them before and after. I think also after the foundation. The little techniques I learned, like for breakouts and stuff, to make sure to look like, to have that flawless finish is I learned from Desi Perkins. I honestly learned so much from her. I love her because she always does like technique videos and stuff, and I've learned so much from her. I'll link that video in the description box if you want to check that out, if you have like acne problems or pimple problems. And where I put that concealer on my face, I'm going to use a beauty blender to set it instead of the brush, because I dampen my beauty blender before I do anything, and then I just press it in and squeeze it in, and it just leaves a really like airbrushed flawless finish, and it's really good. And you want to make sure the translucent powder you are putting on your face does not have flashback. At events and or your wedding, people are going to be taking pictures of you or with you. That's all I see is like when people go to events, they just go for the pictures. Literally prom, that's all it is. And I'm also going to go ahead and set that the rest of my face with this, because if you're going to be at an event all night, all day, all night, whatever, you really don't want your makeup to go anywhere. And the same technique, I'm just going to be pressing that in, not baking. If you have oily skin, like I said before, you might want to bake. And I know a lot of people have problems with their laugh lines. They crease a lot in the foundation and stuff, and it breaks up over time. And so that as well, you want to bake. And since we are going for a really simple, kind of laid back look, I'm going to be taking my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, because this is a very lightweight bronzer and it's beautiful. It leaves a really beautiful finish, and it's not too much, but it gets the job done. So I'm going to take a really dense brush to put that on. Oh, it's so beautiful. This is just going to bring some color back into your face and also help that really radiant looking kind of thing, because it just brings like warmth to your face. I don't know. And contour is essential in any event, because on pictures you want to look really snatched. No matter what, no matter if it's simple or not, we're going to contour. I'm just going to go ahead and take a lighter shade. And for a blush, I'm going to take Milani Luminoso. It is just this very like corally, pinkish, orangish. It's a lot less intimidating on the face. Right now this looks like a brightish color. So I'm just going to take my Luxie Precision brush. And this is an even better brush if you really want like a natural looking finish and you don't want to go on with too much at one time, because of the fluffiness of it and the light, airy little feathering feeling it has to it. It lightly applies the blush and it spreads it out really well, so it looks really natural. You want to go with a more natural looking highlight. You don't want anything super glittery, you just want a highlight that stands out. So I'm going to take Champagne Pop by Jaclyn Hill and Becca, and I'm just going to do a very subtle amount to where you look really glowy, your skin looks really healthy, but it's not too much highlight. Your skin just looks really moisturized and healthy, and it looks really beautiful. I'm going to go back in with the Mario Badescu spray, and I do this step because it really sinks in all of the makeup and you look a lot less cakey, and it helps a lot. Okay, and I'm going to start on the eyes. I'm going to be taking my Too Faced Natural Matte Eyeshadow Palette. This is what it is. It's just all of these natural shades, these basic shades. So first, taking this white shade on like a flat shader brush, and this is the Morphe M521 brush. I'm just going to take that white shade and I'm going to set my base for my eyeshadow. And for this look, I'm going to go with very minimal eyeshadow. I just want to bring some depth into the eye and some structure, so that's what we're going to be doing. So first, I'm going to take this fluffy brush. This is the Morphe E23, and I'm taking the shade Chocolate Cookie. I'm going to go ahead and put that tight into the crease. And I'm really going to blend out those edges. I'm going to go in with the Morphe M433. It's just a crease shader brush. And I'm going to go in with this shade right here. And I'm going to take that into the outer corner. And then tight into the crease as well. And that is it. It's just a little something, but it's still really beautiful and nice. And the key to this is just making sure to blend it out. So I'm just going to go ahead back in with that white shade and just redefine that white on the inner part of the lid. Taking the Morphe E36 brush, just this little shader brush, and I'm going to go in with Primavera from the Modern Renaissance palette. It is just like a golden shimmer, and I'm going to put that on my inner corner. So the last step is I'm going to tightline my waterline, my lower lash line. I'm going to put some eyeliner also, and then I'm going to add these falsies. And I'm just going to go ahead and go back in with that Chocolate Cookie. Take that on the lower lash line. And to complete this look, I'm going to be taking this MAC Selena lipstick. And probably the biggest step out of all of these is to make sure to set it. And this is the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. And that completes this look, you guys. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I really like the way this came out. This is very pretty makeup, if that makes sense. Like, this is very dainty, very pretty, soft makeup. But yeah, go ahead and give me a thumbs up if you did like it. Comment, subscribe also if you're not already. Turn on that notification bell down there. And that is all for this video, you guys. I'll see you in my next one. Bye!